So, why was my ship's captain so afraid? He'd thrown himself to the deck and was pummeling it with his hands and shrieking and screaming when he'd spotted the ship that was heading from the island towards us was flying the Skull and Crossbones, a pirate ship. Quickly as we could, the whole crew reached for their swords, their cutlasses, any weapon they possibly could, and we watched as the pirate ship came closer and closer. We grew more confused and terrified when we saw what was swarming about on the pirate ship. From a distance, it looked like a swarm of yellow locusts, but as it came closer, we realised they were tiny, tiny, wretched, wizened, scrawny yellow men, only about as tall as our hips. And these men were screeching and shouting at us. You could see them opening their mouths and their sharp yellow teeth, their tiny little dark eyes staring right at us. All too soon their ship drew alongside ours and they leapt aboard. And before we knew it, they were all over us, biting, scratching, shrieking. We were no match for them at all. Our slow hands and our cumbersome cutlasses were no help. Soon our clothes were torn and scratched. Our bodies were covered in scrapes and scratches. And they'd taken control of my boat. They sailed the boat to the closest island and dumped us on the shore and sailed away. I stood there on the beach, confused, my heart sinking because of the loss of my boat, sailing off into the horizon. All my goods, but we were still alive, every single one of us. The pirates hadn't killed us. So we felt a little cheered. We felt even more cheered when we found on the other side of the beach, just behind the dunes, a huge fort, towering high walls. We went towards the gate, which was made of a sheer sheet of ivory. Opened up the gate ever so slightly. Hello? No answer. We headed inside into the courtyard and were met with a very bizarre sight, a huge mess of a place. There were great big cauldrons, pots all over the place, huge barbecue skewers looking like spears just discarded everywhere, broken wooden benches. Very weird place. We found a few bones around, bleached white by the sun. Must be left for the fort's dogs perhaps, but we couldn't find any dogs anywhere. We searched all the way through the fort. Not a soul. Nobody about at all. We decided to camp down for the night to recover ourselves a bit after our experience with the pirates. So we all hunkered down underneath our cloaks and tried to get a decent night's sleep. But we were awoken in the early hours by a shuddering and a shaking. The ground vibrating underneath us made me sit up and look around. An earthquake! An earthquake! I shouted to the others, get up, find shelter! Oh, I wish it had been an earthquake. There's no earthquake. It's footsteps. We peered through the gate and we saw a huge shadow descend upon us. A figure lumbered through the gateway, its eyes on us, not blinking, shut the gate and bolted it. What a creature, a huge giant of a creature, with only a face a mother could love. Its skin, an unnatural shade of orange, apart from its little puffy eyes, white as snow. The bags under its eyes sinking down onto its cheeks, the jowls slobbering down onto its chest. its cheeks looking like a camel's dewlaps, its ears, the earlobes sinking down onto the shoulders, and the strange hair like straw blowing up in the breeze, revealing a mouldy old plate underneath of festering skin. The creature didn't seem surprised to see us. Then I realised the pirates weren't deserting us, they were delivering us. The giant lumbered closer and closer, its long arms dragging along the floor till its fingernails were churning up the ground like a furrowing plough. It looked over towards us, seeming to consider us. It reached out one claw-like hand and grabbed hold of myself. It picked me up and rolled me around like a piece of sweetmeat, occasionally squishing and smelling me. After a moment that seemed like a lifetime, the giant grunted, "Meh, bad, awful, yeah, no good," and put me back. Our cook, the big jolly ship's cook, was not so lucky. Picked up by the giant and roasted on the fire. We sat there, hearing the bones being crunched, holding tight to each other, fearing that we would be next. But as soon as the giant had finished eating, it fell asleep, just like that. Quick as anything, we scuttled around, trying to get out. The gate had been locked, the bolt far too high for any of us to reach. The sheer walls of the fort, we couldn't get up. Frozen with fear, we sat together in a huddle, waiting for the next night. Every night, the giant would come back, and every night we were one less of a crew. So, did we escape? Of course we did, my friend. I'm still here. Not all of us escaped, of course. Next time I'll tell you how we got away, us lucky few.